everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this will be a part 2 of my braids experience, and I'm sorry I waited a little while as this is basically week 4 of my braids. I thought it would be more interesting to experience it for a little longer before I share everything with you guys. So part 2 will be all about washing, caring, and just basically maintaining, and just a little bit from my experience, what I have been doing and what I've learned. So basically, so far it's been so good. I have been washing it every 3 days, so it's roughly 2 times in a week, and I've been using my normal shampoo, which is Head and Shoulders, and I just place it onto my scalp very gently, rub it in very slowly, and then sort of rinse it out with warm water. I sometimes put the shampoo throughout the ends as well. I do tend to put a little bit of shampoo throughout the whole hair, just the remainder, and then sort of rinse it all off. And then after that, I basically squeeze out as much as I can in the bathroom. This is definitely what I recommend. Sometimes I'm there for like 10 minutes. And when you're actually doing it, make sure you're holding it up like this and sort of going down and just trying to squeeze out for all the way throughout the ends from top to bottom, and just make sure you keep this secure because you don't want to pull your hair from the root. So it's best to just hold it here and then squeeze out the rest. After that, I usually wrap it into a big towel and make sure that I keep it there for like 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that it actually dries a little bit more. And then when I'm done with it, I just squeeze out the same way but with the towel, so that way it dries the hair a little bit more, and then I leave it to basically dry naturally. So I don't really use a hair dryer or anything like that. I think this is something that also the lady did mention to me, that it is best to dry it naturally rather than trying to dry it with the hair dryer. I think it's because the heat could possibly make it frizzy, and it might even sort of burn. It just depends, because this is not actual, this is just synthetic hair that's been added to my hair. So I'm guessing if you put too much heat on this, it could possibly burn or be flammable. So please do dry it naturally. When I was leaving it to dry naturally, still some water, the remainder of, the water inside my hair was still dripping from my ends, and I was always ending up with my trousers wet because, it's still draining, it's still going. My scalp usually it gets a little bit dry, and if I use like certain shampoos or change certain products, they can cause me dandruff. Now my skin is usually dry because I have eczema and I have different allergies, so I do get dry scalp here and there. I have been starting to get a little bit of dandruff and a little bit of too much dryness, and it was a little bit too itchy, so I started using my carrot oil on it, which I absolutely love. This is one of my favorites. I use it regardless, like at least 2-3 times in a week, because it's really good for damaged hair. It's good for when you're about to straighten your hair or when you're dealing with hot tools. It has very good triple action going on because it's got vitamin A, vitamin E, and it's got keratin in it. This is the carrot serum that I use. It really strengthens, protects the hair, and gives you antioxidants. What I do like as well is that if you use very small amount, it's not going to make your hair greasy, but it's just going to make it very nice and moistured, and that's something that I always use, because one, my hair is curly and frizzy, and two, most of the time I have highlights and different coloring going on. So this really saves my life, and it's really not that expensive. This only cost me like £6 something, so it's really cheap. And for the fact that it's a carrot oil, I would say these things, they can get quite pricey, so I do recommend this. And I also used my Aussie volume boost dry shampoo as well sometimes in between, so it wasn't too bad. Like I said in my previous video, I do usually wash my hair like every other day, so it was kind of weird not to do that, but I did manage to wash my hair every 3 days, and then use sometimes the shampoo if it got a bit itchy, or put a little bit of that serum onto my scalp, just gently rubbing it in, not really doing this type of movement, just gently putting it in between the lines. And the remainder I usually put throughout the actual ends. It was really, really nice. Most of the people are actually surprised because it's a very nice maintenance. For the fact that I've had it for 4 weeks, it still looks very fresh, very beautiful. It's not frizzy. It's very neat. So the only thing is it has grown quite a bit, and I'm like, like, why? I can honestly say that my hair has grown so much since I've had it done, and I've only had it for 4 weeks, and I can literally put like almost 2 fingers in. So yeah, your hair does grow kind of faster. I think it's because it's something that pulls your hair from the root, which makes it grow a little bit faster. I wouldn't use conditioner at all because that is not a good idea, because conditioners, they tend to have more creamy moisture, something that stays in the hair that's oily or whatever. So basically when you're trying to rinse it out, it will just stay into it. What can happen is that maybe sometimes if you use conditioner and you soften these plaits, they can sort of start undoing. I'm not sure about that, but I think that might just happen. So it is best that you avoid the conditioner altogether. I've been so happy with this hair, and I kind of got used to it because it's long, and it's so much longer than my actual hair, because my hair is probably below my elbows. So it's not like to the waist, but it's long enough. But it's just being used to this type of hair, not doing too much. So it's I would say it's perfect for somebody that doesn't really want to maintain too often, or wants some sort of a different change if you get bored too quickly, and all sorts. You know how it is. This is something that I highly recommend. This is something new to me, and I absolutely love the experience. I am going to be removing these braids soon because obviously it has grown out, and then it doesn't look as nice anymore. But yeah, it's a bit sad, but I will be happy to see my own hair again. Yeah, it was such a lovely experience. Everywhere I went, people loved it. They really comment on it. They just like, obsessed with it, how beautiful it looks. It looks wild, and it looks very adventurous, like all kinds basically. A lot of people has been giving me nice comments about how I maintain braids, because they still look fresh, they don't look frizzy or anything. I think it's also a thank you to that lady that did the hair for me, because she really, really did it so nice. I hardly had any problems with maintaining it, or trying to keep it as fresh as possible without being frizzy. The only thing that I've noticed now is that some of my hairs sort of started to come out, so like sort of through the braid, showing up. I want to show you guys a piece example. So for example, this one here, it's got my hair like right here coming out of the braid now. So that's the only thing that has been happening this week. But then again, this is week 4, so you don't expect it to last forever, do you? I mean, when it's plaited in with different hair. So that's the only thing, and yeah, I highly recommend that you guys try it and go for it if you are into braids, if you just want to try out new styles. I will be hopefully showing you a slight little behind the scenes, how I remove my braids and how my hair looks afterwards. So please stay tuned and make sure you update yourself on my other socials. I probably will be posting the update on removal, how long it took me, and also pictures before and after of how my hair looked afterwards when I actually have it removed. So I will be doing it myself because this is very simple. This is just basically unplaiting the hair and one by one. So I'm hoping to get some help. I'm like trying to bribe somebody, like my boyfriend, my mom, anybody that can actually help me to take this off, because I bet it's gonna take me forever. Please stay tuned for my Instagram page. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and comment if you like this video, and also if you dislike it. Also, please do share between each other if you are thinking of getting braids, if you've had braids before, what it was like, and all sorts. I would like to know. And it's also good to share in between each other as women or men, to share experience. This was like this was like that, and just in general, create a nice conversation between our community. Let me know, and I would like to hear all your comments. And thank you very much for watching, and bye bye. Have a nice day or evening.